Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me once again for another diary entry. This time here, as you can tell, we have a new pack coming out. This one featuring Arceus, kind of similarly with how the Mew one went very well with the first packs there. This one being another almost like half set there, though, there were only 2 packs instead of 3, which I think definitely had a lot less cards than the original genetic Apex there. But, this is a new one there, and I thought, hey, why don't we jump in, take a look at some of the new cards, and just take a peek, because it's a smaller set, there might not be a whole lot of videos in terms for this one as there would be for the other packs there. So, but we'll also see how it goes because, it could be very well of getting the 2 stars, but, it's always nice to try to see if it's potential of getting the Crown Rare or the Immersive Art, as, still have not gotten the Palkia Immersive Art. However, something that I am thinking of is potentially spending a little bit just to maybe open up a couple of packs of Palkia, because I am just a couple of points away from opening up or kind of cashing out to get the Crown Rare. As you can see, there's only about 25 more points that are needed there. So we'll see how it ends up there because, in that sense, we only need to open about 5 packs there. So maybe we'll keep that into consideration when going through it there. But let's start off, have a little bit of luck, tap the pack a little bit for luck before we go in and give this a shot there. All right, well, let's hope that we get a little bit lucky here. First time that I opened up the Palkia packs, got really lucky. I ended up getting the 2 Crown Dialgas there. And then later on, in some of the other ones, got the Immersive Art Dialga, but Palkia just doesn't want to show up for me. So here we are for you, Arceus. Go. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but everything is going to be new here, so I'm going to take a peek at some of these cards as we go through. So Magnemite, 60 health, Tackle for 1 Steel energy there, going off not from electric this time there, so a different version. Another Gabite there, this one 80 toughness, and fighting instead of water fighting, just 1 for 30, okay. A new Gengar, 140 health, okay. Hypnoblast puts the opponent to sleep, 70 for 2, kind of decent. Not amazing, but decent. Ghastly, 50 HP, 1 colorless for Astonish, flip a coin. If heads, opponent reveals a random card from their hand and shuffles it into their deck. Okay, they do not get it back, like with that, some of those other effects that we've seen before. So, it could be a little bit of disrupt, especially if they don't have a lot of cards in their hand. Maybe they're looking to play certain ones. So I could see that going there, and also just giving them left cards at the beginning of the game. Dawn Fan. I don't think that we've had a Dawn Fan yet. 120 health for 3 fighting energy, rolling spin for 60 damage. During the next turn, this Pokemon's rolling a spin attack does 60 plus. So it starts off as 60, and if you keep on doing it, it becomes 120. It does not appear that it will stack. So it won't go 60, 120, 180. It will just go 60, 120. So it costs 3 to get up there, so maybe not the best there. Larvitar, 60 HP, Corkscrew Punch for a fighting, and a colorless for 30, okay. Get that Gengar again. Another Burmy. I do like the other one there, but, this one does showcase all of the Burmies as well, but I just kind of like the other art of showing where they are in the wild there. 50 HP, 1 Grass Energy for Ram, 20 damage. Cute little female Combi. It's good that they put it in as a female Combi so that when you evolve it, it makes sense. 50 health, Bug Bite, just deals 20 for 1 Grass. Pupitar, 80 health, Speed Attack for 50, 1 Fighting, 2 Colorless. One thing that comes to mind here is if I don't know what the Tyranitar is going to look like, but, potentially if it's that same you know, 1 fighting or maybe 2 fighting and 2 colorless there, then I could see you putting that in like a Garchomp deck there as well, just because of the kind of like half and halves of the fighting and water energy. So nothing super amazing yet. Cherubi, first new Cherubi. I don't think we got a Cherubi in the last one either. Seems very similar to the Burmy there, 50 HP, Leafage for 20 damage for grass. A new Eevee, I always love getting my new Eevees there, 60 HP, Tail Whap, 30 damage for 2 colorless. Not a great version of it there, but you know, we'll always take more. Frostlass, another one of my favorite Pokemon. 90 health, water, and a colorless for Blizzard, 40 damage. This does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so just kind of a lower version of Articuno. Golbat, 80 power, not 80 power, 80 health, dark type, bite for 30 damage on dark, Manectric, 90 HP, lightning, flash for 1 electric, 40 damage during your opponent's next turn. If the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack does nothing. Okay, just another sort of interrupt, but you know, a little bit more powerful than kind of the basic Pokemon. Staravia, 80 health on a colorless when attack for 30 colorless. Burmy again, another Staravia, another Pupitar, and a new Giratina. This one Dragon type and not, what was it, Psychic type? I think it was. So this one is Grass and Psychic. So I guess if that other one was Psychic and not Dark, then you could run both Giratinas together. Crisis Dive, 120 damage, a Grass, a Psychic, and a colorless. Discard 2 random energy from this Pokemon. Still, I think that the other Giratina is much better than this one. Pupitar again, new Gibble, 60 health, tackle for 20 with a fighting energy. Burmy, Golbat, and a Cherrim Sunlight, 80 health, grass. Leech Seed, 60 damage for 2 grass, heal 20 from this Pokemon. Okay, like a little healer. Eevee again, Cherubi again, Vespiquen. New Vespiquen there, 100 HP grass, Reckless Charge, 120 damage, 3 grass energy, it does 30 damage to itself. Not that great. Mawile, 70 HP, Steel type. Iron Beam Breaker, 20 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Steel Pokemon, this does 30 more damage to it. Okay, a little bit of almost anti-Dialga. It's just a colorless, so you can kind of put it in anywhere. Frostlass again. Oh, we saw something in there. Azumarill, 100 HP, Waterfall for 60 damage, a water and a colorless. The Zubat, dark, 50 HP, 1 dark energy for bite, 20 damage, and a Glaceon EX. Always loving my new evolutions coming in. 140 HP in water. Skip over the ability for right now. Do 2 water and a colorless for freezing when 90. A bit expensive to get up there, but I mean, if you evolve this onto Eevee, then you should be able to Misty on it at that point there. If you want to go that way, Snowy Terrain during Pokemon Checkup. If this Pokemon is in the active slot, do 10 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so just if during Pokemon Checkup. So I guess that's on both turns then, because it doesn't say on your turn, so potentially by the time, you know, that it comes back to you for another attack, it's already done another 20 damage, so, you know, that could be decent there, of just getting some residual damage off. Snover, 70 HP, this time in water for its ice type instead of grass. 1 water and 1 colorless for Corkscrew Punch, 30. They're putting in a lot more colorless in here, it seems. Another Toxic Croak, 100 HP, dark type with Toxic. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Do 20 to this Pokemon instead of the usual amount for this special condition. Okay, so getting about doing like some actual toxic stuff instead of it escalating. there, it just does an increased amount of poison damage. That's interesting. And a new trainer, Irida from Legends Arceus. Heal 40 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached. That is very powerful. Oh my goodness. Any Pokemon that has water energy attached to it. Now, the big thing is that does not necessarily mean that they have to be water type to be able to take this. So, for example, the Garchomp that is fighting that has fighting water energies needed for it, this affects them as well as any sort of one that has water attached to it. Most of them are going to be water types, but this is another really powerful water type one to go along with Misty, because you had Erica healing 50 off of your singular grass type Pokemon, but this is 40 to each Pokemon that has any water energy on it. That is really good, like really good. Clefairy, 60 HP, 30 damage for Psychic, and a colorless Smack. Oh, little derpy Hoot Hoot, looks adorable. Hoot Hoot, 60 HP, colorless. Peck for 20 for a colorless. Burmy again. Wishcash, 120 HP, water. Again, 2 water, 2 colorless, going along with that half and half, colored and colorless. Thrash, 80 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack deals 60 more damage. If tails, this Pokemon also does 20 to itself. Okay, I think that this is a neat little risk card to go with it, where it's like, hey, you've got the chance of dealing 140, or you deal 80 and then 20 yourself. I think that's one of the more fun risk cards. Hoot Hoot. Oh, that Meryl is adorable, using its little tail as like a life preserver. 60 HP, water type, 1 water energy for water gun, deal 20 damage. The Toxicroak, new Starly, 60 HP, colorless. Glide, 1 colorless for 20. Noctowl, 100 HP, colorless. Silent Wing, deals 50 damage and your opponent reveals their hand. It'll be interesting to see how much that does, because I know in other games, knowing what your opponents have in their hand is very valuable, we have had a little bit of interactions there. I guess you could do this alongside Injunction of Mars or Red Card there to try to see, like, hey, do they have anything great in their hand, and you can toss it away on the next turn, because unfortunately this is an attack and the turn ends after the attack, so it just is as it is. And final pack there, we get a Snorunt with the cute little Pikachu Snow Daruma, 60 HP, water type, Icicle for 20 damage, 1 water energy, the Steel Magnemite again, Manectric, Mawile, and we're ending with a Magnemite there. So new Magnemite, just getting a bunch of them together. I'm surprised that a bunch of them aren't kind of stacking together to become Magnetons at this point there, but you do see that there are 9 Magnemite in this photo there, which means that we could have 3 Magnetons just popping up out of nowhere. Overall, it is just a cute little card of them floating around there. Alright, getting a few cards in there, and we'll be adding them into our card decks there. And only 75 regular cards there in this one here, so it is, one of those small half sets. See how many get caught in here with these. Okay, so we got almost half of them there, just a little under half, maybe just around 40-ish% or so. But with that, let's just try opening up another 10-pack here. Hopefully we get a bit luckier with this one than the last one. We did end up getting one of the 1-stars there, but we could use a little bit more luck with the praise to Arceus there. I do see on the packs there we've got a Crobat, a Raichu, a Heatran, Tyranitar, and if I remember correctly, someone said that a lot of them have link skills with Arceus, so maybe those are ones that potentially have link skills associated with it. Oh my god, all of those sounds, all of those flashing lights, this is going to be a good 10-pack. Mawile, Azumarill, Fione, everyone's absolute favorite legendary of all times, no questions asked. So if your answer is no, then you're lying to yourself. Fione, 60 HP, water type, water pulse for 40 damage to water types. Opponent's active is now asleep. It's interesting that it makes him go to sleep. Clefairy, a Mothim. Because let's see here, we had the Wormadam, so I don't think we had a Mothim in the last one there, so I guess this Wormadam that we saw in this pack must be male. 90 HP, grass type, 2 colorless for Gust for 50, so a grass type that you can put at any deck there, because I think that the Burmy as well, that Burmy might not have had a grass type to attack, but I'd have to look again. Ooh, a Nighttime Charm. So 2 types of charms. So I guess I was right to say the Sunlight one. So this one is during, it looks like, almost an eclipse. 80 HP. This one has Worry Seed instead. Deals 40 damage. Opponent's active and now confused. And that's why it's so weird that Fione's Water Pulse puts them to sleep. Because confusion is in this game. So it's like when you look at it in terms of the regular Pokemon games, Water Pulse has a chance to confusion, not sleep, so I don't know. That was just a weird choice. Bronzor, 60 HP, Steel type with Ram, 1 colorless for 10, Zubat, Magnemite, and a rare Shaman here, 70 HP. Not Grass type this time. Not quite as cute. Like I like the other style that they had for it there. Colorless, probably for its flying type now. 2 colorless for 30 damage. Guy support. As long as this is on your bench, your active basic Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 less. Now that's a really, really good support Pokemon there. Just being able to say, hey, you know, all of my Pokemon now have 1 less retreat cost. So if you build a deck with them having only 1 retreat cost, then it's free for you to retreat all of them there, or you know, potentially you have 2 retreat costs on your Pokemon and now it's only 1, so it's a lot easier to bring them back. I mean, thinking of this with something like the Weavile kind of deck that has been out there with you know, Darkrai and whatnot, it makes the Weavile free to retreat. I don't know if you would really want to put this in there, but it is an option. Eevee, a Sudowoodo, looking really, really crazy there. 80 HP, fighting type, with 1 fighting energy for fighting headbutt 20 plus. If your opponent's active is a EX Pokemon, this attack does 30 more damage. And like, I see what they're going here, but most EXs are going to KO Sudowoodo, so just kind of getting a 50 damage chip is really not worth running. And there's our fused up Magneton, 90 HP Steel type with a Steel and a colorless for rolling attack 30. And a Houndour, this is a Fire type one. I think that the last one we got was a Dark type maybe, if there was a past one there. I'm also thinking a lot of, you know, the first packs of Pokemon cards that came out in the TCG, and remembering that Houndour was one of the first Dark types that got introduced. So 60 HP, fire damage, 1 fire energy for flare, 20 damage. Oh my goodness, we are so lucky with these early packs, starting off with our Arceus Crown Rare. Oh my goodness, that is how you start off pack openings. Now we just need not the illustration, oh my goodness, I didn't even get to read it. That just means we get to look at it again afterwards. Here's our male Burmy, our Pupitar. Oh, it's our little Knit Fanfy there. 60 HP, fighting energy, 1 fighting type Fighting energy for rollout, 20 damage. Staravia, Noctowl. And we still have more stuff. Cool looking Houndoom. I mean, you know, they always kind of are a bit more on the edgy side, but I don't know. They make the Houndooms look really cool, even if they're not all that good in terms of regular Pokemon games. 100 HP, Fire type, 1 fire, 1 colorless for corners, 60 damage. Your opponent cannot retreat on their next turn for their defending Pokemon. Okay, just, you know, another trap them in type of effect there, kind of like, what was it there? I think it was the Star Raptor, so this is a fire version of it that you only need to get up to the first stage and, you know, kind of either trap in a weak Pokemon or one that's already taken damage so that you can make sure you get the kill off next turn. I can dig it. Floaty Marill. The Gabite again. The Houndour to go with the Houndoom. And another one of our Magnemites ready for fusion. Sorry, Magnemite. You're kind of outclassed by the Arceus. Eevee, Marill, a Barboach. 60 health for a water type, 1 water and 1 colorless for Mud Slap, 30 damage. Again, it's just weird seeing, you know, Mud Slap not be like a fighting type because it's a ground type move, but hey. A new Star Raptor, 150 HP for colorless type, 3 colors energy for Brave Bird, 130 damage, deals 20 damage to itself. Honestly, not that bad. I mean, it's second stage, so it does take a bit to get up there, but 130 damage is a pretty good amount, especially for a non-EX 3 energy cost there, so I'm not disappointed with that there. Ooh, and a Crobat here. So Crobat, 110 HP for a dark type. Cunning Link, once during your turn, if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, you may do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. 1 dark energy for Darkness Vein, 50. Okay, so this is kind of similar to the Greninja there, where I don't think Greninja needed to be in the active slot. I mean, even if it did, but I mean, as long as you have some form of Arceus in play, you're also dealing an extra 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Only costs 1 dark energy to attack with this, so you know, I could definitely see an Arceus Crobat deck there. I want to see what that Arceus does when we get back to it, though, to see if it's worthwhile, but it's also funny to see, like, fighting energy dealing extra damage to this when it's a poison flying type. Oh, it's just so funny how the TCG is just so different from the regular card game. Frostlass again, Magnemite, Larvitar, new Haunter, 80 HP, Psychic type, 2 Psychic damage for Mumble, 40 damage. Ooh. And Unknown. Look at that. Looks like some of the Ruins of Alph there, potentially, you know, or probably not Ruins of Alph. It looks a lot more tropical than that there. Probably not Spear Pillar or anything in that sort of region of Sinnoh, since it takes place in the north. Maybe this is closer to where Mew might have been. 60 HP Psychic type, check. Once during your turn, you may choose either player. Look at the top card of that player's deck. Hidden power for 20. Again, does not need to be in the active slot to do that. So you could know every single card that your opponent draws if you keep this on your bench. And if for whatever reason you chose to run 2, then you could know what your opponent draws and you could know what you could have up next so that you could go through. Honestly, it is a powerful card, kind of like the Noctowl there, except, you know, instead of knowing what's in their hand on attack, it's just once a turn you know what's coming up next, so you know what's going to be in their hand. Honestly powerful. And might I add, what I always love about the unknowns is that oftentimes they have the word of their ability within their art. So you've got the C in the middle, you have the H up here, the E over here, another C over here, and the K over there for check. God, I love how they do all of the unknown artworks. Another Barboach. Stretching Meditite there. 60 HP fighting type. 1 fighting energy, kick for 20. Larvitar again. Crazy Sudowoodo. Frostlass again. Another Bronzor. Double Bronzor. Staravia. Toxic Croak. Pupitar. And going in the last pack, which I believe also had something, we've got Gabite. We've got our Many Magnemite again. Getting a ton of those. Meditite. Starly. Another Irida with her crazy effect. And again, like, Irida works in a colorless deck as well, but my goodness, gosh. Getting in the second 10-pack, that is absolutely incredible. Oh my. It's, you know, rivaling up with the Dialga there, so let's see what it ends up doing. Arceus EX, 140 HP. Basic type, so you get it down right away. Colorless. Fabled Luster, this Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. Okay, so no poison, no paralysis, sleep, confusion, burn, anything like that. And for 3 colorless, it does Ultimate Force, 70 plus. This does 20 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. Okay. Now I could really see that working in tandem with the Crobat there of the Zubat evolving into the Golbat, evolving into the Crobat there, where each of them only needs 1 dark energy to do their attacks, and getting an Arceus EX down in the back, and then kind of just building up your bench to eventually get the Arceus EX out. So I guess it feels very similar to the Pikachu EX, in that the Pikachu EX does 30 damage for each of your benched electric types for 2 electric energy. This one deals 70 base, so if you don't have anything on your bench, it deals 70. So it's already up on the Pikachu in that, but you have to give it an additional energy. If you have 1 Pokemon on your bench, it's 90, 2 on your bench, it's 110, and at maximum it can do 130 unless you put any other modifier on, like Giovanni. But you know, you're dealing between 70 to 130, which, you know, a little bit outclasses the Pikachu there, in that the Pikachu really kind of has to be lead an electric type deck, whereas being colorless, Arceus can go into any color of deck there. So that works, and getting a gold right off the back is absolutely bonkers. Like, oh my goodness, like, I have no idea what it is. I cannot pull a Crown Rare in Genetic Apex. I have had to use points to get 2 of them, and it sucks because when you max out on points, you can't open up any more packs. Look at it there, right at the end. So, you know, I have to get 2 of them, so if I did accidentally open up a Crown Rare in one of the packs, it then comes down to oh, well, you're kind of out of luck because you have to buy it, and then what happens if you get that Crown Rare again later on? You can't trade a Crown Rare for a Crown Rare right now, so it's just sucks to suck. But for whatever reason, any luck that I didn't have in Genetic Apex shows up in other ones here, because it's like, oh, you know, you want to open up the Mew packs? Here's 2 Mew Crown Rares. Oh, you want to open up the new Dialga and Palkia packs? Here's 2 Crown Dialgas. And now it's a Crown Arceus within 2 10 packs there. Like, what the hell? My goodness, it's just off the chain there. Who knows, maybe that'll keep on going and there will be another Crown Arceus in these packs as well. Alright, here's for luck for number 3, because it wasn't there in number 1, but maybe everything is in number 2. Okay, so we got 1 flash of light there. We got the Electrike that goes into that Manectric, so they both just need the 1 lightning energy. 60 HP, 1 lightning for 20 damage. Magnemite, Frost Blast, Nose Pass, 80 HP for fighting type, 1 colorless for tackle, 10 damage. Everyone's favorite Fione. Female Combee, new Pikachu, being all happy and sparking up all over the place. 60 HP, electric type, spark, 10 damage. This attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon as well. You know, nifty little thing there, but nothing over the top. Staravia, Staraptor, Wishcash again. Oh, we saw something in there. Gabite. Oh, look at all of those Marrows. We've got the one that's using his tail as a floaty in there, and also right there as well. But we've got one eating some leaves over there, a couple that are swimming around, but this one's underwater and this one's above water. I guess they're... Oh, and this one here is tied it around like a little peg or a stick there to keep himself from floating away. Maybe he's just taking a nap in the water as well, just a different way. Oh, it's just another really cute one there. Gabite, Cherubi, ooh, 2-star Probopass EX. Oh man, already getting some more luck here. 160 HP Steel type. So this is a first stage, so it is 2 Steel and a colorless for defensive unit. 90 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks. Okay, so defensive Pokemon. Again, another one that feels like it could go along with the Dialga there, of the Dialga using its attack, attaching 2 Steel-type energies to this, and then all you need is one more, and then you're dealing 90 and taking 20 less. Not too bad. Clefairy, Barboach, Pupitar, Azumarill, Heracross, 100 HP Grass-type, 1 Grass Energy, 2 colorless for Single Horn Throw, 50 damage, plus flip 2 coins if both are heads. This attack does 70 more damage. Oh, 70 more. Okay. But it's only if both of them are heads, so you only have a 25% chance of this doing 120 damage. If not, 75% of the time, this is only dealing 50. For 3 energy, that's not really worth it. Sorry, Heracross, that's a little bit too bad odds to be able to use. Snover gliding through the snow again, our Crocheted Phanpy, Snover number 2, Gengar, and a new Bronzong, 120 HP Steel type for 3 colorless. Does Psychic 50 plus. This attack does 20 more for each energy attached to the opponent's active. Okay, so with 1 energy it becomes 70, 2 it becomes 90, and then 3 goes over 100 there. You know, not too bad for a first stage that's not an EX there, you know, potential of doing 100 damage to something. And it's colorless, so it could fit technically. Colorless as in the attack is colors, it can fit in any deck, kind of. Powerful Staraptor, Snover, Eevee, doubling up on the Snover again, and we get a Magnezone this time. Okay, 140 HP Steel type. Resilience Link, if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, this takes 30 less damage from attacks. Okay, so definitely a more resistance-based one there. 2 Steel and a colorless for Power Beam, 80 damage. Okay, you know, 30 less damage less damage from attacks there, so essentially from a lot of basic types that aren't like legends or whatnot there, it might be taking somewhere between like 0. It'd probably take 0 damage on most things, and maybe 20-ish from kind of like the most garish things. That's interesting. It's kind of more middling. It's not bad, but it's not the greatest. Obviously, you'd want to run it with Arceus. Medicham, 100 HP for fighting type Kick Shot. So just from Kick, now it's adding in a shot to it to do 80 damage, but you flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Another, you know, hit or miss type of thing. I guess you never miss, huh? So, you know, not the greatest of, you know, 50-50s, but who knows? Maybe someone will give it a shot. Burmy, Houndour, Cherubi. Oh, look at that Houndoom. Now that is menacing. That is not something that you want to see in the dark. My goodness. You see that stalking you in the woods, and you kind of think, I'm not making it home. Yeah, they definitely went all out. Like, again, a lot of dark types might seem very cringe and edgy, but my goodness, they can make them look terrifying. Gibble, the Cool Houndoom again, Combee, Haunter, Toxicroak, Ghastly, Nosepass, Gibble, Cool Houndoom again, oh, and a Tyranitar, another Link, it looks like here, another Arceus card, 160 HP with a fighting energy, so it doesn't have two colorless there, it only has one. Power Link, if you have an Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon deal 30 more damage to your opponent's active. Okay, so, 130 becomes 160. Now, that's a lot of damage. It's 4 energy, and that's a lot of damage. 160, there's not a whole lot of Pokemon that has more than 160 HP. So, 130 is also pretty good. It's going to KO most things that aren't EXs. You're going to have some kind of beefy boys like this Tyranitar that have more than it there. But 160 KOs this Tyranitar as well. KOs a lot of the basic EXs, like the Pikachu, Dialga, Palkia, Mewtwo. So, I don't know. Maybe if there is a way to get some extra fighting energy on this, it could prove to be pretty powerful. Also, I don't think I mentioned on the other ones, I really like the this like Arceus rare that they have in the back there. It reminds me of what they have going on with the new TCG with like the Pokeball kind of foiling on some of the cards there. I like it. It's kind of nifty. But, liking that we're getting so many new cards here. Gengar, Hoothoot, Gabite, Azumarill, and Noctowl. Okay, so nothing quite as fancy as a Crown Rare, but we did get in this one pack, probably the one that we had shine, we got the Meryl illustrated art, and we got a full art Probo Pass for a 2-star, and some other new cards as well, trying to fill up some of the space in the binder there. Let's see about how many that we've got in here now. Well, we're doing pretty well on getting this filled up there. 56 out of the 75, that's pretty good. Well, 3... Now, again, first one wasn't too amazing, but 2 and 3, especially 2, was really out there. So let's hope packs number 4 is going to be good for us. Oh, that was 2 or 3 shines right in a row there. Male Burmy, Bronzong, Electrike, Gibble, and a Carnivine. Okay, another Arceus card here. Maybe it'll be better than the other Carnivine that we had, which was terrible. 80 HP Grass type. Power Link. Okay, does the same thing as the Tyranitar there. So instead, it's 1 Grass for Vine Whip of 20, but if you have the Arceus in play, it becomes a 1 Grass for 50. And I don't know, like, that's a bit tempting because a lot of basic type Pokemon that you're putting out there that evolve into something generally have 50 or 60 HP. So if you ran this with something that could increase its power, like a Giovanni, maybe there's something else that could do it there that I'm not thinking of right now, specifically for grass types. But if you got the Arceus out there and this, 1 Grass and you're dealing 50 damage, could KO a good portion of the basic Pokemon that evolve into something. And, some of the EXs, a lot of the EXs need at least 2 energies. So, if you get the drop and get energy on this first, so if you go second, by the time that they get 2 energy onto it, you could be dealing 100 damage to them there. You've gotten an energy onto your Arceus or Arceus EX to start kind of building that up. I don't know. It feels a lot better than the other one there. Obviously, you got to run Arceus with there, and you got to get both. But you know, I'm sure that there are ways that you can get that a little bit more consistent there. Magneton, Snover, Frostless, Azumarill, Mothim, Cherubi, Pikachu, Zappin and Sparkin, Starly, All Hail Fione, Bronzong, Haunter, Mothim, Eevee, Magnemite. Okay, we see. I just noticed the background had changed, so we're gonna have something special here. Hopefully, it's something maybe 2-star or higher. Oh, it's the unknown again. Okay. It'll be nice to just have 2 of those. We don't even have the regular one yet. Oh, the background is still different in here, so it looks like we did get like the maybe 3 in a row or so. Nose Pass. Oh, a new Snorlax, 140 damage. 4 colorless, collapse 100. This Pokemon is now asleep. Not that great there. I'm gonna pass on using that. Mawile, Sparking Pikachu, and cute little Marrows again. Doubling up on those. And Bronzor, Phanpy. Still seeing the shifting colors in the back, so we've got something in this one as well. Crocheted Phanpy, Frostlass, Barboach, and for our last card there, another unknown. Okay, so I guess the unknowns liked how I was talking nice about them there, and they wanted to keep on showing up. Nosepass, Electrike, Houndoom, Staravia, the Middling Giratina there, Cute Meryl, Crochet Phanpy, Staravia, Toxicroak, Mothim, Middling Giratina, Ghastly, Burmy, Magnemite, Bombasnow. Okay, so that's a new rare there. 120 HP for a water type. Vigor Link. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon cost 1 colorless energy. Okay, so it goes in and it Mega Punches for 80, either on 2 water and a colorless, or if Arceus is in play, it's 2 water energy for 80. So 80 off of 2 energy there. Seems fine. You know, you got the Arceus in play there. You could technically use Misty with this if you wanted to get the 2 water energy fast on it. And, I mean, I guess you could think of like, oh, you know, if you went first, got a Snover down your opponent's attacks, and you're able to get at least 1 on a Misty, and you're able to put another one on if you've got the Arceus, then you could deal 80 on your first turn of attacking. That doesn't seem too bad, but again, you gotta rely on the Misty to be able to get that, as well as getting the Arceus and the right card, so. Oh, it's okay. You know, not fantastic. Haunter. Oh, there's the regular unknown. Again, in the artwork there, you see the C, the H, the E, the C, and the K there for the check. Really nice. Electrike, Azumarill, and the regular Arceus. Okay, so we got both regular as well as EX. Regular one there, 120 HP for colorless, and it's got Power Blast, 100 damage, 4 colorless, discard a random energy from this Pokemon. Okay, you know, definitely not as good as the Arceus EX one, especially since it takes an extra energy to get onto it to use it, and then you have to be consistently refilling it to be able to get up to it there. But glad to at least get it for the collection there. Alrighty, now let's add up all of these. There, still getting quite a few. Okay, nothing super fancy on this one here. I mean, we did get some more of the unknown and the Meryl there, but we are 14 away from completing out the regular decks. Okay, so that was 4. We're gonna go into number 5 here. Come on, number 5. Show us something cool. 1 spark there. You know, we'll take as many sparks as we possibly can get. Haunter, Gabite, Krogunk. Okay, we haven't gotten the Krogunk yet. 60 HP Dark type, 1 Dark for beat, 20 damage. Okay, Metachan. And we got our friendly grouping of Magnemites again. Mothim, Krogunk, Barboach, Cherubi, Vespiquen. It'd be nice to get at least 2 of each of them there if possible. Mawile, Nosepass, Adaman, okay, so we got Irida a couple of times, and she was pretty good. Hopefully Adaman kind of like pairs up with that there. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Steel-type Pokemon take -20 from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so overall, Irida, much better. Adaman, it's fine. You know, it's 20 less damage. Maybe you're surviving an attack. But if you're healing 40, but not just on one, because it's... Yes, I understand it's the 20, so it's like, oh, you know, you could technically be saving some of your Pokemon in the back if, like, your opponent uses something like Blizzard that hits the back there, or if they have an attack that specifically targets a back type that targets something in your bench. Now, it specifically says attacks and not abilities there, so if you use something like Greninja there, it's going to be doing that 20 damage, and it shouldn't reduce it there because it's not an attack. So that's why I'm feeling like, or with the Darkrai of putting the energy on it to make your opponent lose 20 HP, it's not an attack. And I don't know, healing 40 damage on all of your stuff that has a water energy, because it's not water type, it just has to be water energy. And I understand that you don't need steel type energy attached to your stuff, so if you have no steel in your back row, like, it'll still protect them, but the amount of cards that are dealing attacks to your back row just is not enough to make me feel that this is anywhere close to as good as the Irida card. So, sorry Adaman, you really did not keep up on your side of things. I prefer Dialga. I like your design a bit better there, but comparatively you are a much worse card. So if I can get a full art trainer, give me the Irida one. Pikachu, Manectric, Burmy, double Burmy. Colors change, so there's something in this pack here. Bronzor, Gengar, and the cute little Marrows again. Wish I was getting something else there, but you know, we'll take what we can get. So Raptor, Magneton, Magnemite, Mawile, Bronzong. Big steel pack there. Marill, Wishcash, Crochet Fanfi, Clefairy, and a Garchomp EX. Okay, new Garchomp here, but this one EX, not like the previous one that had the discard and draw. So we'll have to see if this is something better than the discard and draw. 170 HP, fighting type. 1 fighting energy for a linear attack deals 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can target their bench, you know, if you want to try to pick something off. And it's only 1 to do something. And then Dragon Claw, 2 fighting, and a colorless for 100 damage. It seems fine. You know, it would be better if it was just 2 fighting type energy, because then it's like, oh, first attack is 50, then it's 100, and the one that's 100 only targets the active Pokemon. So it kind of feels like it's not the best of value there. I almost feel like I would prefer the discard and draw ability, because it gives both support as well as damage. You know, it doesn't target the back line there, but I don't know. I kind of would prefer the other Garchomp in a lot of circumstances. And if I wanted an EX, I'd probably pick something else. Cherubi, double Cherubi, Bronzong, Croagunk, and another Glaceon EX. Hello, beautiful. Nosepass, Mothim, Haunter, Azumarill, Manectric. Combee, another rare Arceus, Croagunk, Electrike, Wishcash. Cool Houndoom, Golbat, Electrike, yep, Nosepass, and Clefable. Okay, Clefable, 100 HP, Psychic type, Moonblast, 1 Psychic, 2 colorless for 60 damage. Opponent's next turn, attacks used by defending Pokemon do -30 damage. Okay, I mean, trying to be a little bit more tanky, but if they do retreat out that Pokemon, I believe it doesn't affect them. And, you know, finishing up with a new card isn't too bad there. You know, getting up more of all of the cards. Still have a few missing there. Okay, only 10 left, so there's 1 missing there, which my guess might be another Well, there's not a whole lot of fire there. I wonder if this 13 might be a fire, maybe this 10 might be another grass. This is 23 is a water, 26 is an electric. Probably a Raichu there would make sense. Maybe another psychic type in 35. Got a steel type in 57. 60 could be steel or it could be dragon type. And it looks like we've probably got some trainers or support cards that we have left there. Okay, so that was number 5. So let's get into number 6 here, see if we can get anything else. Come on, Arceus, be a lucky lady. So 2 shines, and that last shine did have a noise on it. Maybe that means something extra good. Haunter, Clefairy, Nosepass, Celestic Town Elder. Okay, so this is more modern day, whereas Adaman and Irida are more past. Put 1 random basic Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. I could see that being incredibly powerful with some of the EXs being basic type Pokemon. I mean, sure, you could do like Pikachu or something like that, but if you had it with something like your Dialga that might have gotten KO'd and you have to bring in your other one, then it's like, okay, you know, you bring the Dialga back, you use the Gathering there to get 2 energy onto that Dialga again, and you could potentially get it out to be striking hard, or you know, maybe you need your Arceus or Arceus EX to power up your cards. You know, I could definitely see that working well with that, or if there's a basic Pokemon that's part of your combo or strategy. I mean, even all of the ones like Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, I could see this going with those as well. Honestly, not that bad of a card. You know, kind of like Irida, a little bit better, but I think that this one is up there with her because it can get back those 1-stage EXs. And now I'm thinking that it's like, oh, you could bring back a Darkrai that you put into the discard, or, you know, if you're running some sort of EX alongside the Garchomp that discards a card and draw, you could discard, if you liked everything in your hand and you had the Celestic Town Elder, you can discard, you know, one of those EXs and you just bring it back into your hand with the Celestic Town Elder if you end up drawing it again. Interesting. Ooh, and then we get that Probopass EX, just the regular version this time, not the full art there. So this will be going into the normal binder there. So it definitely shows off that defensive unit art there of having all of his little noses forming up some sort of barrier there. I think that's pretty good representation of the artwork there. I think they did a good job on that. Snover, Krogunk, Clefable, Ghastly, Midnight Cherim, or Eclipse Cherim, Snover, we did see something there. Magneton, another Tyranitar again, Combee, Disappointing Adaman, Cool Houndoom, Ghastly, Double Ghastly, Electrike, Adaman, you can stop showing up, give me some more Iridas. Nosepass, Select Town Elder, I'll take that. Hoot Hoot, Bronzor, and here's the Raichu there. Raichu, 90 HP for an electric type. Resilient, so it does take the -30. Spark deals 40 for 2 electric. This deals 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, you know, just kind of being a little bit more tanky, and I like how they did it with both of them there, of like, oh, you know, the Magneton kind of has like a projected force field just around it, whereas Raichu kind of has an electric force field that it projects in a sphere around it instead of like hugging its body. This one more like a force field, the other one more like almost like a skin suit there to protect it. You know? Interesting. I mean, it's only a first stage evolution, and you could get to it relatively quick. And I mean, it's only 2 electric to be able to do that. Deals 60 in total, 20 of it being to a benched Pokemon. Nifty. You know, it takes the 30 less if Arceus is in play. So to KO it, you need to do 120 to it, which is still possible. So, you know, It seems okay, not amazing. Electrike, Eevee, Vespiquen, Houndour are bunches of Magnemite again. Clefairy, Sudowoodo, Barboach, Zubat, and another Garchomp EX. Okay, like I said, getting 2 is not bad. We did see something there. Cherubi, another Arceus. It really wants us to build that Arceus deck. Snover, Magnemite, another Irida. Yep, we'll definitely take more Irida. Crochet Phanpy, another Celestia Town Elder. Take more of those. Combee, Croagunk, Bronzong, and Snorunt with the Pikachu. Gabite, cool Houndoom, Zubat. Oh my goodness. And we get another Arceus EX, this time not the Crown Rare, but we get the 2-star full art that it is based off of there. So we do have 2 of them now, so if we want to put 2 in the deck, we can. Oh boy, no, that is a nice little addition there. Oh, so that was the one, no, not you, Tyranitar. This was the pack that both shone and chimed at the same time, so I guess it was telling us, hey, yeah, it really is a good card. Maybe not the Crown Rare, but it's still good. Register all of those ones up there. Nice, nice. Only 7 more left. Okay, so we can probably guess that number 71 is going to be the Arceus EX. 74 is going to be another trainer supporter card, probably. I think I remember seeing that there is Origin Form Palkia and Dialga in this, so 60 might be that Dialga, 23 is probably that Palkia, and then we've just got those 10, 13, and 35 left as well, but I don't know. I mean, 60 packs in and we're gotten a lot of good stuff there. So now we're going on to number 7. And we're gonna swish for some luck. We did get 1 flash there. Snover, Medicham, Marill, Haunter, Cool Houndoom, Snorunt, Snover, Medicham, Ghastly, T-Tar again, Noctowl, Larvitar, Starly, Snorunt, and our cute little group of Marills. Doubling up on that Marill, Snover, Bronzong, Zubat, Sunlight Cherrim, Snover, Heracross, Magnemite, Burmy, and Shaman. Zoomeril, Mawile, Golbat, Berry. Okay, so Berry is the other trainer supporter. So during this turn, attacks by your Snorlax, Heracross, or Staraptor cost 2 less colorless energy. Okay. So that does make some of them a bit better. Because the Staraptor, I think, was only 3 colorless to do its Brave Bird. Making that 1 is dangerous. Oh my goodness, that's dangerous. The Heracross, I think that brings it down to just 1 grass energy, but again, the 2 coin flips to get 120, not really great. And, I mean, the good thing is that this is on other ones as well. And then the Snorlax dealing 100 damage for only 2, but putting itself to sleep, still not fantastic. But I like this with the Staraptor. You know, just if you didn't want to put a whole lot on the Staraptor at first, I could see that being used. Adaman, Haunter, Pikachu, Check, Unknown, Marill, another Irida, I'll take that. Phanpy, Gabite, Phanpy, Gengar, Vespiquen, Snover, Houndour, Golbat, Houndoom, Celestia Town Elder, Haunter, Manectric, Ghastly, Burmy. Oh, we were right, there's that Origin Form Dialga. Okay, 120 HP, Steel type. Time Mash for 2 steel and a colorless, 100 damage. Flip a coin if tails during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Okay. So if you get that unfortunateness and can't attack, I mean, you either gotta retreat it out and get something else. Maybe you have the Dialga EX that you pair up with it and you're able to put the 2 retreat costs back onto it. Who knows? But, I mean, getting that one last isn't too bad there, since, you know, it gets some extra cards in there. We do have, oh, this 11k? Yep, it's 11k cards. So I think it's just Barry and Dialga that are new there. Yep. Okay, I mean, only 5 left of the normal cards there, but I mean, we also haven't gotten any of the SIRs there or the immersive art, which would be really nice to see. So we'll go into, what is this, number 7 or so. Swish that open. We get a couple of shines there near the end. Pikachu, Houndour, Vespiquen, Combee, Mothim, Cherubi, Azumarill, Noctowl, Barboach, Snorlax, Burmy, Zubat, Snorlax again, Gible, Giratina, Ghastly, Clefairy, Staraptor, Ghastly, Rotom. Okay, so that was the last Psychic type there. So Rotom is the Arceus card there. It's looking like there's one for each type. He's looking almost like he's pinballing around. 70 HP, Psychic type. When Arceus or Arceus is in its EX is in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. Okay, so it's like the Giratina. Instead of having an energy that's needed, it's just if an Arceus is in play. Dash attack, 1 colorless. This deals 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, it's just okay. You know, I like the art. I think that the art is great, but I'm not too fond of the card there. Cherubi, Snover, Starly, Bronzong. It's giving me that Rotom again there. Cherubi, Pupitar, Larvitar, Gabite. Oh, and there's the Origin Form Palkia. So what's that? That's 2 more, and we only needed like 5 or so. So, you know, there's the Arceus EX. That's not any. That's just a normal kind of EX card for Diamond-ish, and we've got a few other ones. 2 other ones there. Origin Form Palkia, 120 HP, Water type. Zone Smash, 3 Water Energy, 60 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this does 60 more. You know, it's kind of your standard like rare that does a little bit of extra stuff there, but nothing super spectacular. Fanfi. Oh, we saw the background change, so hopefully something good here. Magneton, Larvitar, Cherrim in the Eclipse, and a Shaman illustrated art here. It's very pretty, but I do prefer the Shaman in the last packs, though. But this one is also just a really pretty piece of artwork as well. Cherrim, Cherubi, Fanfi, Marill. Oh, doubling up on that Shaman art. Don't necessarily mind that. Oh, starting off with our Marill. Now, we did see that other cards weren't it there, so we know that this isn't a God pack. Burmy, Clefairy, Snorunt, and Medicham. And last one, Clefairy, Adaman, Croagunk, Electrike, and finishing with the Cherrim. Okay, so we ended up getting a couple extra ones in there. Rotom and the Shaman illustrated art. We got the Origin Form Palkia. So yeah, we only have... Again, there's not a whole lot of cards in this here, so not sure where the illustrated arts will finish up. Let's see here. Don't know if there's any EXs there. First EX that we see is Glaceon, and then we get a Garchomp EX. So there's at least 2 before there, 84, 83. So depending if this fire and this grass and this, it's, you know, it could be a grass, could be fire, and then 13 could be fire or water there. But maybe those could be something there, or because Shaman Sky is pretty far down there, and unless that this is an Arceus, which I don't think it would be since we have an Arceus EX. Maybe we have another EX that we haven't seen quite yet. Okay, so this should be number 8. Alright, what have you got in store for us there? Nothing out of the ordinary, so we'll see about anything. Magneton, Mawile, Meryl, Celesticount, Elder, and Bronzong. Gibble, Mothim, Barboach, Magneton, Gengar. Magnemite. Oh, the colors in the background changed. Magnemite to Magneton. Gabite, Toxicroak, and our intimidating Houndoom again. I'll definitely take a second one of that there. Definitely saw something in there. Maybe it'll be the standard EX. I mean, it is a different color. Mawile. Nope. Maybe it was just the Magnemite that I saw. Snover, Larvitar, and Unknown Check. Okay, yep. We definitely saw something there. Maybe another illustrated art. Magnemite, Burmy, Meryl illustrated. Eevee. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted to see. Like I said, if I could get one of the trainers in a full art, it'd be Irida, and here she is. My goodness, this is... To me, this seems like such a good card there. They did a great job with this. I'm glad with that. Definitely getting some good ones there. I would have definitely liked to see some of the illustrated arts there, but you know, maybe that'll be for a second pack there. It's just trying to get some of those. Azumarill, Mothim, Staravia, Meditite, Bombasnow, Pikachu, Hoot Hoot, Double Hoot Hoot, Check Unknown, Bronzong, Bronzor, Phanpy, Heracross, Combee, Pupitar, Krogunk, Heracross, Starly, Zubat, and a Shaman not full art, a Shaman illustrated art there. Gengar, Electrike, Golbat, Meditite, and Staraptor to finish it off. Okay. You know, I was going to say, when it first started off, maybe it's not going to be as good as even the first one there. Maybe it's just going to be a complete dud. But no, we ended up getting, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4? Yep, we got 4 one-star illustrated arts, and then we also got a full art trainer of the Irida, which I think is probably the best trainer of these cards here. God, that was a good pull. Alright. Pack number 9. See how this goes here. Let them filter in. And let's go swish. Okay, one shine there, but that doesn't mean anything else. Can't get something we saw last one. Fable, Azumarill, Electrike, Meryl, Noctowl, Snover, Starly, Double Starly, Noctowl, Cherub, Houndour, Eevee, Heatran. Okay, so that one was a fire type. Oh, we didn't see a fire one linked with it. And it was also on the pack of Arceus, and we even pointed it out. Okay, so that's where the fire type was. Heatran, 110 HP, fire type, speed link. No retreat cost if there's an Arceus in play. Okay, so you know you could get it retreating out real quick. Rage and Mad Strike, 40 damage. If this has damage on it, it does 40 more damage. Okay, kind of like the Primeape there that was used with that promo Mankey. Okay, I could see it there. Maybe try to take some damage from the Darkrai or something, and then transfer out until you might need it more. Okay, that means that there's only just 2 left. There's the Arceus EX and something else. Gabite, Berry, Bronzor, Magnemite, Golbat, Manectric, Heracross. Pretty sure the grass probably has to be some sort of... Oh, that number 10 has to be a grass, probably. Zubat, Heracross, Electrike, Cherubi, Rotom, Fairy, Donphan, Larvitar, Burmy, Celesticount, Elder. Okay, I think we're getting close to where it was. Houndour, Nosepass, Gabite, Adamant, Irida showing him up, being kind of like the rare of that pack. Houndour, Azumarill, Gabite, Mothim. Okay, so it was another Check Unknown. Oh, I heard something in this one, and I saw something. Phanpy, Snorunt, the cool Houndoom. We'll definitely take one of those. Clefairy, Manectric, Golbat, Hoot Hoot, Toxicroak, Burmy, and Donphan. Alright. Now that was a good, doing it pretty good getting up cards in the collection there. So, There is just 2 cards left in the collection to see there, one of them being the Arceus, regular Arceus EX, and we're like, yeah, you know, we just got the full art and the gold crown rare off of it there. But speaking of golds, okay, so I must have miscounted, and we did end up doing 10 of them there. That's my bad. But we only need a few of these, so I'm hoping that we have enough to be able to get through some of these. And I know that these are all the same. I do just like opening up the backwards packs if I get them. Voltorb, Fanrotom, Cynthia, Starly, Regirock. Come on, give us just enough of the packs that we need. And I'm opening up these because I don't have the Immersive Art Palkia yet. I also don't have the Gold Palkia, but that's what we're trying to get here. Oh, I did hear that sound. Bloom, Sneasel, Snover, Gabite, and... Oh my god, Mars getting that one in there as well. And I do think that Mars could be pretty good in the late game there, so getting that one there is a new card. Now that's another good one, especially for a single pack there. I have gotten some good single packs. I've gotten I think the Mew that one of the 2 Crown Mews that I got was from a single pack there. Why don't I put that up right here? I think that I took a photo of that pack opening. Like, it was... you can see that it's crazy to get that on a single pack, but also to do that with the Mars as well is pretty intense. Alright, will it let us do another one? Perfect. We only need a couple more, and then I can just go out and get that. Okay, we got something here. And Weavile EX, okay. I'd like to get some fancy art on the Weavile EXs since, you know, it's one of my favorite. To be fair, if I could trade the Mars in for something, it would be the illustrated art for the Weavile, because Weavile being another one of my favorite Pokemon there, it's just like, and that's a really good artwork. Alright. Oh my goodness, and just starting off with another one here. Like, how are Palkia packs just being this good to me? Oh, Cyrus just getting that in. That was great. And a Licky Licky EX. So, in the process of trying to get the 2500 just to be able to get it there, we end up getting two full art trainers as well. My goodness, like, for whatever reason, like, first time pack openings are just really, really good sometimes. And as you can see here, you know, I've got all of this, but you can notice right here that I only have 154 out of 155. I was able to get one of the 2 that I was missing there. What was it? Rhyperior. Yeah, I was missing this Rhyperior. I ended up getting it off of a Wonder Trade there, and I've had like 3 Rampardoses that I've tried to do the same exact thing and haven't gotten them there. So instead of getting the Rampardos, it's just like, yeah, we'll give you the Mars and we're gonna give you the Cyrus. It's just like, okay, like, thank you, like, oh my goodness. And I think, yep, we need one more. Is it gonna be Kind? Oh, and we can get it there. Let's go. And we did see a backwards pack here. It's not going to change anything, but Drapion, Ambipom, Shellos, Sneasel, and Togetic. Nothing special. However, we are now at 2,500 points for this. And if you see, if we try to open up another pack point limit, you've reached your pack point limit. Please exchange your pack points for cards. So it literally will not allow you to open up any more packs unless you do it. So it's like, oh, I could go through and I could get that Rampardos for the 150 there. But, it's probably a lot more likely that I'm going to have that show up in the Wonder Trade than something like, oh, I don't know if I go all the way down here to this Palkia EX. It's just like, this is also tempting to get, but I think that this is likely more... It's more likely to come up than this will be. I can only get this through the Palkia packs, though, whereas I can get this through both packs, but, some of these here are just really nice arcs. We've got these three here. This Miss Magius one looks really nice. This Weavile one, this is the one that I really want. And that's why I keep on opening up Palkia packs. And because of that, I could get this Palkia EX. But we are here for one reason and one reason only. We want to make this shine. So, look at that. So, while it might not have been 2 openings of crowns, there is 2 crowns in this one here. So let's go ahead and add this one to the collection as well. Sorry, Rampardos. Sorry, Weavile. I have to get the golds there. Now, all that's missing in terms of the golds, because we ended up getting the Arceus one, is just the Mewtwo from Genetic Apex. So at some point, I might do a couple of videos to try to do exactly this, of just, putting in some to be able to get packs from the Genetic Apex just to be able to complete out that Mewtwo, because, other than that Mewtwo, there's just a couple of, 2-star rares that are left in that. They're kind of like a lot of these other things. There, I think in most of these now, if I look at it, I believe if I go like this, go to the bottom. So we are missing a Leafeon EX. Okay, I should have known that because, and they've got the Glaceon there, and we're doing EV stuff. So it's literally 2 EXs that we're missing. A Leafeon EX and an Arceus EX there. And we've got some of the alternate art here of Sudowoodo and Leafeon. Oh, the Leafeon EX is the last full art there. Okay. So, but yeah, it's just like, oh, missing just a couple of EXs there, and then one star, and then down here it's just the Rampardos, and then, no 1 stars because this just starts up on the EX 2 stars there. Same thing with Mystical Island. It's like everything's there, and there's just a couple of 2 stars that are not there. Same thing for Genetic Apex. It's just, hey, you go all the way down, it's all the 1 stars are there, and there's just a couple of 2 stars missing, and then the 1 Mewtwo is not there. But yeah, so overall, getting the Arceus EX gold crown there in the first, what was that? That was the 12th pack there. That was great, and just getting a bunch of 2 stars and then going over and being like, hey, let's just get the Palkia crown as well, and getting both Mars and Cyrus there. Getting a little bit of Team Galactic trying to take over the Palkia, I guess. So overall, another good round of everything there. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this ended up turning up. So it's looking like maybe I'll probably try to just put some points into likely the Palkia pack as well, just to see maybe I'll get one of the 2 stars that I was looking for. And if not, I'm just probably going to go up to 150 points or so just to get the Rampardos and finish it up. But probably we'll come back, just try to get Triumphant Light one more time there. And like I said, maybe before Genetic Apex leaves, just putting a little bit more into that and just finishing up getting the points for Mewtwo. And if we get Mewtwo along the way, then hey, you can use those points to get some of the 2 stars. But thank you for joining me on this one here. I wish you all this sort of luck in your pulls if you are going to be pulling for Triumphant Light, and I'm just a little bit speechless on kind of just the luck that's been coming through here. So please take care of yourself. I hope I see you again another day, and Have a nice evening or a good day. See you later.